WCPO had three separate broadcasts promoting CAIR's latest hate report. There was a morning broadcast
shows evidence of increased discrimination and violence in our area. 9 on your side's Allie Kramer is live at the Clifton Mosque. And what are we expecting today in this report, Allie?
An afternoon broadcast.
Well, new numbers show anti-Muslim bias incidents from the past year. The Council on American Islamic Relations released the report. It outlines what happened across the country and right here in Ohio. The report says there have been 63 incidents in the past year involving mosques. 5 of those threats were right here in Ohio. The FBI is investigating at least one suspected hate crime in Cellular Park in February when someone vandalized a car. The group says
and an evening broadcast.
At 5, anti-Muslim discrimination is up. And according to a new report, the Trump administration's proposed travel ban could be one of the reasons why.
However, the station had nothing critical to say about CAIR's analysis. WCPO tells us Ohio experienced over 100 anti-Muslim incidents.
The number of anti-Muslim bias incidents reported across the nation in 2017. Ohio has one of the highest numbers with more than.
But exactly what is an anti-Muslim incident? WCPO shows us the vandalized SUV,
anti-Muslim messages, and other phrases like Trump America.
But with the supposed 150-plus incidents in Ohio, surely there must be more than that. The station was reporting on CAIR's latest even before it was released.
Now that report will be released at 10:30 this morning. Of course, you can stay tuned.
There must be much more in CAIR's report that they are not telling us. Indeed, WCPO might have told us that the report itself shows CAIR is including things in their hate crime statistics that are not hate crimes, like this one.
Now caught on camera, a violent beating in the Bronx. The victim believes he was attacked for being Muslim.
This surveillance video shows a Muslim man in traditional clothing being followed out of a cell phone supply store only to be attacked right outside the door. Mohammed Munshi says one of the men, who he's never seen before, started to verbally abuse him while the group beat him.
Very angry with me. I don't know why angry.
The fight happened at
CAIR would have us believe that Mohammed Munshi suffered a broken nose during a scuffle with several large men. However, there is no sign of blood in the security camera footage. His picture at the hospital does not show any sign of a nose injury. He looks fine during his TV interview 3 days later. But most importantly, the police do not consider this a hate crime.
The most recent incident is currently not being called a hate crime.
Pending further information, police are investigating the incident as an assault, but not as a hate crime.
Why didn't WCPO tell us that calling a Muslim a terrorist is a hate crime? This woman had to find that out the hard way.
Go back where you belong. You're not American. You're evil. You're a terrorist.
A dispute between 2 neighbors caught on camera. One woman is in jail tonight facing several charges. Her neighbor relieved she's no longer next door. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Nadine Woodward. The man behind the camera says he had to put up with mean and racist comments from his 68-year-old neighbor. KXY4's Kyle Simchuk live at the Spokane County Jail where that woman is being held. And Kyle, this neighbor says it's not the first time something like this has happened.
I think you might be terrorists. Yeah. Go back where you belong. Go. You are not American. Go back where you belong. You're not American. You're evil. You're a terrorist. I'm calling the police on you.
Terrifying, isn't she? Thank goodness we have laws to protect us from hate criminals like that.
Israel does have a prior criminal history. In 2015, she was charged with urinating in public, obstructing an officer, and trespassing.
So WCPO does not want to say anything critical about CAIR's report. Instead, they give 3 separate broadcasts promoting CAIR's libel that Ohioans are attacking Muslims. A search for Council on American Islamic Relations on the WCPO website returns 5 pages of favorable coverage of CAIR demanding, condemning, accusing, denouncing, calling for probes, and challenging the president and law enforcement. Around the country, nothing critical is ever said about CAIR, despite their daily appearances on TV. If CAIR is going to have this much access and influence in our society, then they should be open to criticism. Call the station when you see CAIR on TV and start insisting on more balanced news coverage of this group instead of the stations assisting in the Council on American Islamic Relations propaganda campaigns.